part of the equity that you have in your current home and at least invest or put it in some type of qualified plan, that's going to help you, that would help offset any of those costs. Does that make sense? So, as far as downsizing is concerned, it always makes sense in the right situation. And if you have at least a minimum 5 years, I think you're going to definitely come out at least 2 to 3 years ahead. Well, basically you said it was going to be 5 years before you retired and moved out of the country, right? Okay. Realistically, your minimum break even would be, I'd say, between a year to 2 years at the most. It really depends on what the taxes are on the new home that you're buying and what the terms are.
Plus, think about all that time you're saving cleaning a 4,400 square foot home.
Exactly.
Think about all the time you'll be saving from cleaning a 4,400 square foot home. Quality of life.
And the utilities. Wow. Well, that's great, Tina. Thank you very much for calling in, and it was a great question. Thank you. Well, sports fans, I mean, I'm having fun with real estate. Is real estate, I've heard that it's boring, but really it's kind of exciting.
It's very exciting.
Now, I know it is for you because you do it on a day-to-day basis. I mean, you're in the trenches, you know what's going on. But is it really that much fun? I've heard it's just tremendous fun.
I wouldn't be doing it if it wasn't a really great time.
Yeah.
I love helping families.
What do you think is the most gratifying part of helping families with their real estate needs?
Really identifying what it is they're looking for and what their needs are, and exceeding those expectations. That's what I really like to do.
Wow.
Is not meet them, but exceed them.
Yeah. How do you exceed them, do you think? Are you thinking in terms of how you can exceed their expectations, or do you try to say, what are you looking for, and then you try to aim for higher than that? Or?
Well, it's actually it's a level of service that I'm looking at, because that's what a real estate professional does. Not only are you a consultant in trying to find the best home for them and the best value, there's also the opportunity to refer them to professionals like Chris, who are going to help them get the very, very best loan. Mm-hmm. And then just making it a fun experience, helping them all the way through the process. Doesn't matter if it's repairs or inspections or just helping them recycling boxes for moving day. Whatever you can do to make it a little bit easier, and their expectations are going to be exceeded if you just go the extra mile.
That sounds great. We're talking with Vicki Milano, who is the #1 top producer in the Woodlands area, also Chris Nooney, who is a very knowledgeable young man who's writes for the Real Estate Executive column, as well as being a division vice president at CTX Mortgage Company. And also we've got Tim Crockett, who is a commercial real estate investor extraordinaire, I have to say. He's with C-Bar-C Development Company. And what big name real estate companies were you like a big vice president type guy with before?
I've had the pleasure of being affiliated with a couple of great companies here in town. Henry S. Miller and the Horn Company. I think anybody that's in the real estate business will recognize from about 1980. So been around the block a time or two, and fortunate to have my own firm now. So like Vicki said, life's too short not to have fun. So I wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't fun.
You better believe it. Well, I guess you remember the mid to late 80s. That was kind of a tough time for real estate market.
Yeah, we talked about it earlier. It's kind of the perfect storm, which I do not think is happening now. There's, I think, some little adjustments that are happening, but still a great market.
Well, Texas is a great market anyway, because
Absolutely.
I think what Chris said before is a slow and steady market that's only going 3-4%. You don't have the type of dislocation that you do maybe